Hi, I'm Linda Anderson. We're talking about the Elder Law and Life Care Planning Getting Started Guide. Our hope is that this will give you the information you need to start your planning. And for many of our clients, they look at the guide and understand that the list of questions shows just how common all of the experiences people are having, and how even though your situation is unique, that there are really many things that are quite predictable in terms of the planning issues and the tools and the solutions that we can actually provide. So for instance, many people will ask a question about really how do I understand where my family member is in terms of a chronic illness. And so there are things that you will be educated on, including the continuum of care, knowing that some people, we all aspire to be independent until the night before we pass away, but that doesn't always work. And the idea is that there's a continuum of care where you have increasing support for what are called activities of daily living: bathing, toileting, dressing, feeding, and to understand that as a chronic illness progresses, that your support's going to need to be adjusted, and that those things, those home health care supports or personal care or skilled nursing facility are quite expensive. And so the idea is that yes, we need to know not only how to find excellent care, but how to pay for it. The difference between elder law and life care planning is that the law firm includes a multidisciplinary approach, including a certified or other elder care coordinator. That could be a social worker or another person who's skilled in care management and care coordination. And so when you are working with a life care planning law firm, the idea is that the care considerations are made the primary focus at the beginning, because you cannot protect assets unless we know what it is that you need. If it's raining, it may be time to spend some money, and what better use to make sure that you are helped in the least restrictive setting, maybe where everybody wants to be, which is home. And so life care planning is sometimes known as elder care planning or elder care law, and is very different than just typical Medicaid asset protection planning. And the idea is that it's very difficult to navigate through our continuum of care, and that's where we really want to focus. All the asset protection and the public benefits work is also part of what we do, but we do not begin with how do we protect money. We start with the more difficult question, which is how do we find excellent care in the least restrictive setting. When you also think about elder law, sometimes it's not reacting to a crisis. Sometimes it relates to an early, slow-moving problem. And so the idea is to be proactive and get ahead of perhaps a diagnosis that won't really have an impact on you in terms of the continuum of care for maybe many years. And so sometimes for certain clients, they're using irrevocable trust planning. And if you're married, there are things that we can do to adjust what happens in your spouse's will to make sure that should that spouse pass away first, that we look at it as an important proactive planning opportunity. So between the crisis and the real proactive are our regular estate planning clients, and what you need to know is that there is an absolute difference in doing estate planning with an elder law focus and enhancements, even if you are perfectly healthy. But also know if you're not perfectly healthy, it's never too early to start elder law work and life care planning, and it's never too late. And so really the idea is to get that Get Started guide, feel your way through the questions so that you come to understand where the continuum of care applies for you. And then please feel free to reach out to our office so that you can get started on doing what really is hard and really what matters in the area of elder law.